Should we
Should we
watch?
start?
Yeah. Which I don't know what sort of
Should we just start
setup
from
we
the
need.
top? Oh, I guess we could talk it. Yeah, let's talk it. So John Seaborn,
Mhm.
co-creator of the Cat web series.
Yeah.
Um,
Chris Mayfield plays the character Chris in the Cat
yeah,
web series.
I play Chris in
No
my
last
movie
name.
series.
I don't believe.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I was trying to think when Tristan was on the show, but I just think we called her Bobby.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but we didn't say like what her last name was. So yeah, how did you? Should we just give like an introduction on how you started writing the cat?
Yeah,
Or
so Daniel, the gentleman I created the show with, uh,
Daniel Ballard,
Daniel Ballard,
along with Rachel Ballard.
yeah, with his wife Rachel. I don't remember where we were going. We were driving somewhere. We had shot something. At the time, I was doing a bunch of freelance stuff and working with Daniel doing that freelance stuff, shooting like commercials and stuff for club promoters and a bunch of awful stuff.
Yeah, I
And
remember that.
uh, uh, I was really into Marble Hornets at the time, which was a web series that is nothing like what the cat was. And I was like, we should do a web series. And I was also really into the Venture Brothers at the time, which I still am. And I was like, we should do something just, uh, we should do a mockumentary because it'll be easy. Uh,
Yeah,
in the sense that, like, if we have trouble trying to figure out how to explain the plot, we just have someone look at the camera and do it for us. Uh,
yeah,
and then I was like, let's do Marble Hornets got me interested in a web series and the idea of like the non-glamorous side of like superheroes and adventures and stuff like that. Kind of like the world of the Venture Brothers, where it's like looking
yeah,
at like
definitely.
the adult version of like a Johnny Quest type character. It's like let's
Yeah,
look at this sort of thing, and so that's kind of where it came to be. And then it was obviously going to be a comedy, and you're the funniest person I know, uh,
no, not at all.
especially at the time. Uh, so it was like, we can't do this without doing Chris because, uh, I don't know how uh, Daniel and I think thought we were funny, but it's like, well, we know Chris is funny. And the fact that, so much of the show is just improvised that it was like,
For sure, it
we don't
was.
have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Well, when, how, when we asked you to come do it with us, how hesitant were you, or what were your thoughts when we were like, hey, we're doing this thing, come shoot with us?
Um, honestly, I didn't think anything of it. Like, I was just like, oh, that would be fun. We're gonna. They're talking about doing like this web series, and I knew you, and I knew like our banter. So I was like, yeah, that would be fun. So at the time, we knew each other for at least like over a year. So it was like, yeah, this would be fun. But I had no idea like what we were like. You were like, yeah, it's gonna be a mockumentary with a superhero that doesn't really have powers, and you're his roommate. I was like, okay, but you just need to be me, like yourself. And I was like, wait, what? I'm me. And yeah, and I didn't think anything of it too. I wasn't hesitant, just for the fact that it's like we're just having fun and it's an idea, and then years later you find out like we're essentially the prequel to the Watchmen, which is crazy. But no,
Yeah.
dude. Honestly, man, for the most part, it was fun. I always just kind of like attribute it to like just like or correlated with like having just a great time and
Hmm.
being silly, or like being so silly where it's like, hey man, you can't do that, you can't say
Yeah.
that. I remember in particular one time, there was because we would write like the outro songs and stuff, and I
Yeah.
think like continuously saying cocaine, and you were like, you can't just keep saying that. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, it was a good time for sure.
So Chris and I were talking like last week, and we had decided that we would watch these all together again and talk about them. I've had a chance over the week to think about this. Is there anything you're worried about as we go through rewatching it?
No, not at all, man. I mean, no, not really. I mean, I can't think about it. I mean, outside, the only thing I worry about is like when we get into episodes where it's like I have the kitten costume on, then
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I'm self-conscious about that for
yeah.
sure.
Well, at least
Outside,
yours, it's like 4 episodes or something for you. I
yeah.
literally in that thing the entire time. And
Well,
mine.
I mean, I feel like I think I mean, so we were like, this is maybe like 8 years ago now, 7.
Yeah, no, maybe a decade.
Wow.
No,
So no, it can't be a decade. It has to be like around like 2012 or 13.
we would have started in like 11, I think.
Oh wow. Okay. No, I mean, I think like we've kind of always kept it as far as where I think it would kind of, now people may not think it's funny, but like as far as where it's not, I think you can plug this into any time. You're not going to be like, ooh, that's kind of
Yeah.
cringy.
I don't know.
But
I do worry a little bit about how some of the jokes may have aged. I haven't
I
watched
do,
this in a
so
while.
I do think about because I did like I like to do those little like little screen grab things, and I did do one where we're talking about semen,
Hmm.
and we're just good. Like you want to start like a group, and you're like, we're gonna be called the Seamen, and
Yeah.
we're just going back and forth, but it's not like anything. You're like, oh, it's on the tip of the tongue, but I don't think there was anything where like we're just
We'll
dropping.
see.
Yeah, yeah, and we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. But
Uh, but yeah, I'm excited to do this.
yeah,
Uh,
which for this first one, it is literally just me. I almost wonder if we should do the first two today because you show up in the second one.
yeah, for sure. I mean, we could do that. They're like, it's maybe like 10 minutes total.
Yeah, between both of them. Yeah, the first one's only like 2.5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
But
I'm just gonna watch it like this the entire time.
yeah. All right. Well, let me. We'll
All
pull it up here. So Chris made fun of my
right.
vintage SNL skits.
Rob
You get,
Schneider, bro.
yeah, you get
That's
bored
cool.
during the quarantine.
Oh man. Next time I'll show you mine. You'll laugh. That's
All right. So let's see.
Um, where should I look? Should I look? Is that you? Okay. Okay. First thing.
Daniel's attempt at hiding his voice there.
101. Stretching. As a superhero, I feel that the most important part of my day is spent stretching. You would be amazed at how much being limber can, I do like 5, 6, sometimes 7 stretches, seconds at a time. I probably almost once came close to arriving in.
So how much of this was actually scripted?
Very, very little. So right there, that part was Daniel wanted to tie this into another short film that he had done about superheroes, and one of their characters was named Gordon, and so I had to. I really couldn't remember the name of that other character, is why I like paused for so long before I said Gordon. So, speaking of scripted, this next part is the only thing out of all the shows that like from start to finish was completely scripted. Like had the idea that a grammar joke would be funny and like the comma thing. So this first episode from this point on is scripted,
Yeah.
and then
Everything else.
and then everything else is pretty much improvised.
Yeah.
But
And and bless Daniel and Rachel too for because I know this was Daniel's baby
yeah,
at times where he would like, all right, I get that, but I really need you to just make sure you say these things. It's like,
yeah.
oh, I got it, bro. Acting, of course. Yeah. So thank you so much for their patience, because I'm sure it was difficult at times dealing with you for sure. Um,
Yeah, well, and yeah, he definitely was keeping the continuity together.
for sure.
Uh, um,
So who was this that you were talking to?
it was Jed was who did the
Jed.
other voice, but he wasn't there. Um, so-
Episode 1.
yeah, episode. Jed was back at his. Oh, whoops. Uh, Jed was actually back at. Here, we'll talk about it for a minute. Jed was actually in Abilene and recorded that separately and sent it to us. But
Fabulous.
that whole thing at the end where they're like, hey, can you cut that out? That was going to be something that we had in every episode. And I don't know when we abandoned it, but we abandoned it at some point.
Yeah.
And there's like 1 second at the end of every episode that if you like actually cut that 1 second out and put it together, it's a little sequence of, I don't even remember what I'm doing. It's me doing something stupid. We do the same thing in the second season. I don't think that I like when we started this, I don't think that I had any intention of, we talked about like this kind of story arc and the 3 seasons and these different things, but I don't think I ever actually thought we would get through 40 episodes and a bunch of little like side things too.
Yeah, man. We kind of started doing like the Chris's corner,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to think.
There was that Christmas one
Oh yeah. And
that was
someone
like separate.
yeah, for sure. And someone make you a painting?
Yeah, Lindsay Caps.
Mm.
It was like an oil painting of the cat. I feel bad. I owe Lindsay a lot of gratitude. She made the painting for us, gave it to us, um, kept it and everything. And then like much later, I found out that it wasn't necessarily a gift to the show. Like
Oh, it
she
was
thought we
for
were
the
going to
show.
give it back.
Oh shit.
uh, and she was cool with it. She's like, no, keep it or whatever. But like, I felt bad for a while. And maybe Daniel knew more of it early on. Daniel was the one that had all the conversations with her about
Wow.
it. But
Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
yeah, but yeah. So I have an oil painting of me in that costume.
Do you have it up
Actually,
anywhere?
it's behind this door.
Oh,
On
is
this,
it
like,
really?
yeah, in this like little hallway area.
Oh, fancy.
So it was interesting. But yeah, no, I don't think we realized that we were actually going to do as much as we did. And it ended up in we were in a comic book printed by Image Comics. Like there's a little side story that the cat's
Oh wow.
in the little
Oh,
depressed story.
yeah, I think I remember like seeing like the artwork for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
dope,
weird.
man. That's cool, man.
Which is popular, not us, but that comic I think was popular in Russia,
Yeah.
and so it's weird to
Oh,
think that like someone read that in Russia.
yeah. They're like, I must find this. Yeah.
Well, I don't think that happened because the YouTube numbers did not reflect a positive trend from anywhere.
You know, you sometimes think like, oh, maybe it will blow up later, but it's been like close to a decade and it hasn't. I still get recognized by people.
You do?
No.
Oh,
Not
okay.
no.
I've never been recognized. Of course, most of my face is covered, but
yeah, for sure.
never been recognized. But if there's a something you can take comfort in it never taking off is that we should have put more thought into naming it the cat. There's nothing more popular on the internet than cats, and so naming something the cat is just going to bury it Like there's no
Yeah,
way to like
for sure.
almost organically stumble
Yeah.
upon it.
No,
So
not at all.
um,
You really have to put in the entire web series title with it in order to find it. And
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But would you want that of all your work that you've created? Would you want that to
No,
pop?
no. Uh, I'm not like obviously I'm not like ashamed of it and want no one to ever see it. We're talking about it in a form in which people are going to be able to see it and probably go look
Yeah.
at stuff. Um, but yeah, it in the work that I'm doing now and what I want to do with my work, yeah, it's not the first thing that I would want people to judge. And that's nothing to speak against the quality. Like I said, I think a lot of it's funny. I think Daniel and Rachel did an amazing. Daniel shot most of it and edited most of it. And,
Yeah, his
and
shooting and editing skills. I was just talking to someone about that because I kind of want to work on a web series or try to do some type of like storytelling and animation or some type of animation. But yeah, man, his shooting and editing was phenomenal.
Hmm.
He really does have a skill.
yeah,
I'm trying to sound sincere right now. I'm sure I don't, but yeah, his work and him and Rachel were great, or they are great.
yeah, they're both very much still alive.
Yeah. I don't want to
So
sound past tense, like, but yeah, man, yeah, that was good. Episode 1.
episode 1.
Did we
yeah.
have titles for the show? Yeah, we did, right? Like as
Yeah,
far as there would be like a little
yeah.
caption title, but did
Let me see. Episode 1 was called "Dude, I Am the Cat,"
yeah.
and then episode 2, is "She's Got a Callback Tone." Those are neat. Uh,
That's definitely dating that time.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
When I think callback tones were probably pretty old when that happened. Like I don't think
Yeah, that was like
because it was let me look.
2007,
June
8.
Yeah, June 13th, 2011 is when we posted episode 2.
Oh wow.
And so callback tones were definitely I don't believe we'll have to do some research. Someone will no.
No one.
No one
Yeah,
no.
no one's going to be like,
If
oh
this
hey,
was
we got you.
yeah, if this was something that people watched and people cared about, people would
Yeah,
would
definitely.
fact check us and come back and
Yeah.
say callback
Yeah.
tones were
Yeah, no one will do that.
no,
Maybe Daniel.
maybe, yeah.
Because he'll be upset and say, hey, put me on here.
Uh,
But
but
yeah.
yeah, no, they did have names. They did have names, which they didn't have names until after we filmed them because a lot of times we didn't really know. Obviously, since so much of it was improvised, we didn't really know the chunk of it until
What we would pull for sure.
yeah. But anyways, you want to watch one more and then call it a night?
Yeah, that sounds great, man.
All right, let's see.
I got to get to this The Last Dance documentary, episode 3.
There's your mug
Hey, there he is. Goddamn.
with hair.
With hair. Look at all of those curls. Man, I really do miss it, man. And I'm more so, can we talk about that for just a brief second?
Yeah, we can talk about
I
what you want.
just hate not having the option.
To what? Have hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like because
I mean, take the hat off. What are we working with?
oh, nothing at all. Like it's
Oh
straight.
yeah, that's right. You razor
It's-
it now.
Yeah. Well, I do the electric shaver, but yeah, man, I don't I wish I had the option because I don't like having to shave my head like every 3 days.
Hmm.
Because like if not, then it's just like weird and light on like top on.
I mean, how bad is it? Like Costanza?
I mean, so it's not like cul-de-sac like George Costanza or like George Jefferson, but if I let it grow, I mean, it would maybe be like here, and then it's like mad light right here. So like it's just not a good look, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's weird, dude. I didn't realize Jefferson and Costanza, both Georges, both bald.
both with the cul-de-sac.
Both of the cul-de-sac. Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, man.
This is another thing we should challenge the if this was something people watched, challenge the
Yeah.
viewers to be like, how many TV Georges aren't bald?
That's a good question. I'd love to find that out. Hey,
Besides, curious.
viewers like you should check out and let us know. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. George Lopez had a show.
Oh, that's true.
And
That's true.
his name was George, and he had hair.
Yeah, yeah, but he's George Lopez.
Yeah. I feel like there's another character, but yeah, we'll have to figure that one out. But yeah, that's me, and I think I had like just got off of work at this time, and then I came like straight to you guys.
Mhm.
And
Where were you
then
working at that point?
I think I was working at like Lowe's, like the hardware store.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Um,
Pushing that
but
wood.
yeah, pushing that wood, man. Actually slinging them flowers. I was typically in the garden section.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't
Oh,
sound as cool.
no, it doesn't at all, but I sound artsy. But yeah, man, let's play the video. And that's when I was trying to grow a beard. Mm, 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 mm. You know what? It just makes me sad because I wish we could have had like a more loving relationship.
Uh-huh.
I feel like,
Closer to our one in reality.
yeah, well, I mean, I never did enjoy having to be so mean to you because it was like, man, I'm proud of him. He wants to save people. Damn.
Yeah. See, that's a setup for a joke that I don't know if it aged very well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not too bad, but
No,
it's
no,
definitely
no. I may be being oversensitive, but still.
yeah, just slightly. But yeah, I mean, I think it was fun to I'm assuming I'm alluding to you like I guess beating your meat in your room. I don't I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
that was
trying
an
to
ad lib. I don't know. That's on you.
I don't know. Like a lot of the shit I think would just come out and be like, okay. I mean, it was all improv, so it was like, all right, just say random shit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The amount of Dr. Pepper cans over there beside
Oh
you.
yeah, I totally forgot how much Dr. Pepper that they would drink.
Yeah, well, I don't know how I'd say they.
Or not
Daniel consumes more
Daniel.
Diet
Yeah,
Dr. Pepper than he's like
yeah.
a quarter of their quarterly profits or whatever is
Yeah, there would be
Daniel's.
so much.
Yeah.
It's like why do you like Diet Dr. Pepper so much? It's so nasty.
Yeah.
Unless they want to sponsor us, and it's fabulous. And we should drink more. But it's so bad. Yeah. So and just to give like a little back, our apartment is
Daniel's house.
Daniel's.
Yeah. Daniel and Rachel's. Yeah, yeah. And there's their thermostat. Little
Yeah.
insider information.
Yeah. Just give you a little back set background.
Well, there's those nuggets that everyone likes.
Wait, nuggets?
Oh,
Oh, I was like, yeah,
Um,
nuggets. No one told me. Yeah.
so
Wait, who are you calling in this?
Miss Majestic.
Ah, Miss Majestic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who that said that me and
This is before I groomed the beard well. It's pretty
Yeah, man. I was gonna say, I was like,
scraggly.
damn, what was the time duration from episode 1 and 2? Because god damn, yeah, man, I'm glad you started trimming that.
Yeah. That mask was super uncomfortable. It's just a t-shirt sleeve and
Yeah,
like a do-rag or something.
yeah, yeah. I can tell. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun having the in later episodes you'll
The
see
kitten.
yeah, and having that on was
Yeah. I think it
not
was just.
flattering.
I think the kitten's mask was just the other sleeve off of whatever
Yeah,
shirt.
I'm pretty certain. I felt like I looked like a Ninja Turtle, and it was like all of my worst fears came to life.
We had this plan to like, well, that would be temporary. It shows that he's like trying to do something, and then we would make a better mask later.
Yeah,
And never
we never
never
got
did.
the better mask. No,
Yeah.
no, we did it. Um,
Hey, Mr. Juicy
mhm.
J.
I wonder what the callback tone was supposed to be. I'm sure I had something in my mind at the time, but
What would your callback tone be?
uh, like
Just you in general.
just me in
Not more
general.
so, yeah, not more so the cat. Or I mean,
Uh,
you could say it for the cat too.
Man, I don't know. In reality, I'd probably pick something that would be really annoying just to like
Mm,
punish people that call me.
yeah, that's fair.
But I have no idea.
Mhm.
It's a weird concept because it's like, here's a song I like, you listen to it.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of shitty if you think about it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know what mine would be. Maybe like Between the Sheets by the Isley Brothers. Like just to get people just like, oh, okay, I see where he's at.
Yeah. So that the bank feels real uncomfortable when they call you.
Yeah, and they're like, we just got to go now.
Yeah.
So are you trying to? You're calling her and just leaving a bunch of voicemails, or just a
Yeah,
voice?
the idea was that like the machine kept running out of time, so I was like trying to finish my message,
Got you.
but I feel the need each time for some reason to recap the previous message. Going on.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, I got you. I mean, so like the thing, I guess and then maybe like you're always gonna find things funnier when you're in it, right?
yeah.
There's some stuff that's like, man, it had somewhat of a charm at times.
Mhm.
Not saying that it was just awful, but just like there's some parts that like I could watch and I'll laugh at. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, we kind of had something. Yeah, that's episode 2. You meet me, Chris,
Yeah.
the cat's roommate. How do you feel? We're different
We're different now. Yeah. Oh, there you were. Oh yeah. See, here's that.
Oh yeah, the juice Powerade thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't feel like, to be fair to like what you were just speaking to, I don't feel like we had hit our stride. Those first 2 episodes are not a good example of us like really getting into the groove of just how ridiculous we
yeah.
would be with each other.
There would be times um where I mean we had gotten so close with each other where it was just so easy to kind of just like piggyback off of each other. And like some of the things that I always like enjoy where like we would have our banters and then like you would do like the camera looks and they would just be spot on. I mean, I had a great time working with everybody. But it was always fun to like kind of like test our chops with like when it was just me and you because we could kind of just go off and
Yeah, I'm trying to see who could make the other person
yeah, just
laugh.
break it. And yeah, there's one particular time And I think it's like a deleted scene, but I still hold it dear to my heart. We're, I think, exchanging like Christmas presents, and I think we're just saying like weird Christmas, like Yuletide joy and other shit, but we're just dying the entire time. I really want to. I think I asked Daniel if he would send me that, and he's like, "Well, I don't want to." I was like, "Oh, okay." Well, he
Mhm.
wanted to like I was asking him more so for him to like just kind of like put all the deleted scenes out. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
"All
yeah,
right,
yeah. You
yeah,
probably have some sort of plan.
yeah." And so I
Yeah,
was like, "Oh, okay." But yeah. So,
yeah. That's
but I'd
funny.
like to, yeah, I'd like to find that again and uh, watch that because I remember that would be a lot of the recording that we would do, especially with us, where we're just dying the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, don't envy. Like I said, Daniel did most of the editing. I only edited a couple of a couple. He did the vast majority of it, and um, trying to because so much of it was improv, and because of how much breaking happened, like putting it together had to be.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sure it was a nightmare. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, there's no way I would want to do that. But yeah, I think I think we kind of hit our strides later. We start kind of figuring out our dynamics.
yeah,
Um, yeah, and yeah, I'm excited. This should be fun, man. Hopefully, at least two people outside of us enjoy it.
yeah, yeah. Daniel and Rachel.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think it'll be cool. Where are you gonna post this at on MySpace?
Yeah,
Yeah.
live journal. Or
Oh, fancy!
yeah.
I love it. Yeah,
No,
that's
I'm not 100% sure yet. Instagram feels like maybe a natural place, but we'd have to do like Instagram TV or something because it's going to be way too long.
oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. But, I mean, I think that's fine. It's not like a big deal.
yeah,
It's more realistic to me.
yeah. We'll
But yeah,
figure it.
this
We
was good, man.
came into this extremely prepared and
For
it's
sure.
well thought out.
Yeah, yeah, we did. But I think maybe just given the duration, like
Mhm,
two episodes could work.
mhm.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
I think we could figure out how to like talk about it, go through it, uh, and if anything else, this could be trials too.
yeah, 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 yeah. Well, and I think that I agree with what you said. I think that we figure this out as we go along,
Yeah,
and we
but I think
see.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think it works.
yeah. I had fun. I had fun. It's always fun catching up. I'm
Yeah,
glad you're
man.
doing
Well,
well. I'm glad
I'm
your
glad
hat matches your wall.
it does, man. Now I wish I didn't have this on.
No.
God damn.
Let's-
The IPA's got me a little faded now, so that's fine.
yeah, that
Good.
shirt looks good though.
Thanks, man. I'm into like pastel colors now.
Just that. I'm real into pastels.
I am.
I'm in my I'm in my pastel phase.
I am in my pastel phase.
Well,
I got a couple of pinks, some purples.
it's spring. Easter just happened, so I guess it makes sense.
Oh, I was doing this before.
Yeah.
It feels right, man. It just pops on my skin so well.
No, it genuinely looks good. I was not being.
No, I didn't know, but it's not like more so I was saying like
No,
it's not
yeah,
like a season thing for me. Like
yeah. No,
so
yeah. But I mean, just it works. It works for you.
I just didn't wish my toboggan matched my wall right now.
Oh, it looks fine.
That's a lot of when I have like people are like, huh, it's yellow in here, huh? Like that's how it came, man. Like what am I supposed to do? You gonna come lay down or not? But yeah, man, this was fun. So I guess maybe we could do
How do
Sundays.
people? Oh, yeah, Sundays
Wait.
work. How do people? Is that? Do people respond positively to that comment?
Yeah, they typically do.
Yeah.
They're like, man, I already came way out here, so it's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to
And
have
it's
to
like
leave.
20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, no, Lockhart is so far from like
Yeah,
people
yeah.
that come. I mean, not like I have a bunch of people, it's like, wow, it's really out here. Like, yeah.
Mhm.
Because I mean, like,
Does that make people nervous? Like
No,
when you're
I mean,
going and they're like, let's go kick it in my house. And then you start going and they're like,
yeah,
wow,
you're just like, wow, we're driving
where
a
we
lot
going?
right now. Yeah. No, I would just give like a warning, like, hey, if we're going to my house, like I'm an hour away
Yeah.
from the city, just with like normal traffic.
Uh-huh. So you're spending the weekend with me.
Yeah, you're staying the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I rarely have visitors over. Just try to keep it to myself.
I'm sure the roommate appreciates that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Just can't be.
Uh,
Yeah, leave it at that. But yeah, man, this was good. So maybe do this next Sunday. Is that
yeah,
kinda-
yeah. We can do every
Whatever's
Sunday.
easy for you. That works for me. I don't have.
Time is irrelevant right now, it feels like. So
For sure, definitely. We're not going anywhere.
no, yeah. Sunday evenings work fine for me. So great, man.
Okay, cool,
Well,
man. Yeah, this was dope.
awesome. Until next week.
Yes, until next week. I finally did it.
What'd you do?
I screenshotted, but I don't know if it worked or not. Because I was trying to get one of us, and I didn't realize that that's how it worked.
Mm-hmm. Command Shift 3.
I did 5. I did the whole window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Or
don't know.
like you could do 3, 4, or 5. They all do, like 4 does the like dragging, 3 does. I think that's just like a window, and 5 is like for like whole window and capturing. I do a lot of like screen grabbing on my computer, but I do the record, not in a weird way, but like those videos that I do on YouTube, but on damn, I was gonna say MySpace, on Instagram, not like not weird ones. I don't do weird ones.
I didn't think it was weird until you started saying not weird stuff.
Well, no, because you gave me a look, and you're like, oh, okay, all right, man.
No.
This was good. I had a
Yeah.
good time.
Enjoy your evening, man.
You too, man. Happy birthday again, Lindsay. Well, she can't hear that.
She can't hear you, but I'll let her know you said it.
Okay. All right, bro.
Bye.